All right. Other things you guys want to be look at. This G4 rant that everyone's talking about on Twitter right now. I guess everybody, we really are going back to like SJW versus, I guess, counterculture days, right? Especially with the Pokemon stuff.
So when this originally happened and my gaming grievance was actually going to be about Red Dead Online. So the subreddit for Red Dead Online, I'm a huge Red Dead Online player. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's probably
Machine Gun Kelly.
my favorite game of all time. And right now, the Red Dead Online community are trying to get this hashtag going called Save Red Dead Online. And they've got it covered by Kotaku, Polygon, Game Rant, like Forbes, I think, also did a coverage of it. And they think that this will get Rockstar's attention and Rockstar will come back to them and give them exactly what they want. And we can actually scroll this down. I'll tell you when to stop scrolling. Good. Stop right there. But I'm here to tell you, and you're gonna have to cut this B-roll in a second, because it's done. And what I do think that there is a larger discussion about Red Dead Online and that we need to have eventually about game design versus immersive experience and comparing the Red Dead Online multiplayer experience versus the solo player one. But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online. Sexism in gaming.
That's what everybody wants to hear about, especially gamers.
Joining G4...
Is that the completionist? He's here? Holy shit. Wait, is he part of G4? Didn't they just add Scott the Woz onto their... What is G4? Aren't they like a TV network that I guess relaunched themselves on YouTube?
It's not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
They had no idea.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Oh no, poor completionist. He's like, I didn't realize you were going here, because now he knows that he's in the fucking clip that everybody's gonna shit on. He's smart enough to know this shit.
Joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us, I can see you, without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
What the fuck? Why would you maul about this openly on stream on a fucking presentation? People wanted to hear about Red Dead, I would assume. At least they want to hear about Red Dead over this. Do you think that the chat's just gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, well, stop being sexist. No, they're gonna ramp it up, dude. What are you talking about?
It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow...
Ugh, that was disgusting.
Been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's
I love the hype, man. It's weird.
dehumanizing, and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Oh, God.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced.
All right, there's nothing wrong with raising your voice to make a point, but when you're raising your voice and you also simultaneously sound like you're on the verge of crying, it's not a good look.
By a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language...
She really planned this one out, too. She planned this out. She planned this whole segment out thinking that this would be a home run. And it flopped.
Like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews.
Poor dude, Completionist is just sitting here just like, I'm listening. I feel like he knows like that this is gonna get clipped so hard and he's just here in it. Because he seemed genuinely surprised that she was going into this. She's like, oh wait, I wasn't expecting this.
We absolutely do, but it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're XPlay and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled.
Who is this guy? He's like well, he's not soy facing, but he might as well be at this point. Doesn't help that he's bald too.
For the variables. Adam will
He almost looks like he's mocking her. He's like,
read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that I'll receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make X-Play. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily.
and then everybody unsubs. Wait, didn't that actually happen though? G4TV. Uh-oh.
Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current X-Play experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why.
You guys can't see it, but the entire chat that they don't show is spamming ratio plus L.
Even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it, you're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Dude, look at completionist. Wait.
Hey, I got it.
The slow clap. He's just sitting there like, fuck me. He's like the only person that doesn't get up and just instantly like clap. He's just like, oh my God.
I gotta back her up.
Oh my God, that was fucking funny. Internet 101. Never tell a group of people not to do something, okay? Because they will do just that, especially if you admit that it fucks with you, that it pisses you off. The live chat is not gonna, they're gonna, now they know your weakness, you know? It doesn't really have anything to do with sexism, all right? It's just internet trolling 101. I genuinely do believe that. I mean, I feel like internet trolling 101. I think, okay. Let me like think about how I want to word what I'm trying to say here. I think there's probably some amount of like woman hating that goes on in gaming spaces, right? But I think a lot of it exists because a lot of women don't realize how you deal with internet people. I think there's like a level of disconnect there. Is that like controversial or crazy to say? I feel like a lot of people's natural reactions when they first start using the internet is to aggressively combat people that piss you off, right? And there's ways to go about doing that, but doing that in the way of like, you really piss me off, you're really mean, and it hurts my feelings, and fuck you. That's not effective. It's not effective because the audience that's purposely pissing you off hears that and is like, okay, great, there we go. You know? I obviously what I'm doing is working there. So in this next segment of the video, I took a look at a debate between Vito, and Az, who I'm not really familiar with. His name is like Heels or something like that. Anyway, he's one of these YouTubers who's associated with Nerdrotic and Quartering and Yellow Flash and one of these types of channels, right? So basically, Vito went on a podcast with Brittany Venti to debate about how we should be empathetic to non-offending pedophiles. So basically, Az called in to debate Vito, and that's what I'm taking a look at here in this clip.
Just real quick, sorry, Brittany, I just want to welcome Az to the stream.
What's up, Az?
Az.
You're muted.
We hear you, dude.
You're muted.
Still can't hear you, man.
You're very low.
Who the fuck is this guy? Is this one of the people that was on our Ricado's stream?
You should be able to hear me now. Okay,
Yes,
we're
we
good.
can hear good now.
Okay, I
God.
just put my mic volume down. Hi,
He's British.
Vito. Reported us to YouTube recently, or you got over that one, hey?
I mean,
So-
I still think tweeting at them is not that big a deal, but I
Yeah,
did
but
offer
it is
to
actually,
donate
Vito,
to
no, it
charity.
is. It's massively because you were bringing them in. You were
Well, then
trying
why
to
haven't
bring
you
them in.
accepted my-
Shit.
why haven't you
And
accepted
you
Wait
were
a
trying
minute. This is one of the people that. Okay, so remember when Vito like tweeted at Team YouTube because a bunch of people on I think it was Nerdrotic's channel platformed Alex Jones, including the quartering, right? So Vito started tweeting. He was like, "I don't think this should be allowed on YouTube." And this is one of the guys from that stream. Okay.
to
$100
cause some
apology.
shit, and then you go off and you
I
try
offered
and
you
shout for free.
I offered
Vito, listen,
$100.
Hang on, hang on, Vito.
Shut your
Hold
mouth for
on.
change.
All
You
right,
try
I'm
and
gonna
talk about
leave.
freedom of speech,
Thanks,
and then you do
guys.
completely the hypocritical thing, which
Nina,
is exactly what
are
you've
we
just
having a
said here.
conversation
Right now,
about
you're
this
trying to talk
discussion?
about
Are we talking
empathy.
about- All right.
We are,
empathy
Vito.
for
We are going to
pedos,
continue
and
talking
you
Then
about
cut him
you
it.
off.
just
Can you
said on the
drop him?
stream that you wouldn't let your
All right, I'm
child
gonna leave.
with
Thank
a
you.
pedo.
Wait, he left? Why would he do that? Wait, what?
Run away.
Pussy! Oh my
Run
god! What a pussy!
Run away now that you've been fucking called out, you
Wow.
massive fucking prick.
Well,
I
Oh
like
my
him better
God.
when he was in the chat.
He wants to
honestly.
come in here and he talks about fucking having empathy for pedos, and then Comics has the one of the best questions, which is, would you leave your child with a pedo? And he's gone, of course not. He's just hypocritical.
So then there
Because
goes
he,
your
he
whole
has no,
argument.
he doesn't believe in the empathy at all. Because if he truly believed in empathy, of course, then he'd have some sort of reaction to this. And he talks about non-offending pedophiles as if they are the fucking bees knees, as if they're
Virtuous.
just saints.
Yeah.
That are just sat there going, oh, I know what I urge, my urges and feelings, but I do nothing. How do you think they are actually
Wait,
so
this guy's fucking kneeling on him, dude.
satiating their drive
Right.
for this? You know, they are most likely finding
Good point.
materials. And when I say materials, of course, I mean magazine material, internet material.
Which generates more of a desire,
but-
more of a
but-
market for
But it's
this
the
material.
offense. It's the actual offense happening as well.
Vito has decided to come back.
Oh, has he?
He had a cry break. Yeah, he probably cried a little bit. It's okay, Vito. It's okay.
Hey,
You're-
okay, are you
okay.
done?
Like the host is just openly mocking him on the show.
One moment though.
Are you going to run again?
No, probably not. If you're not just going to go on a weird fucking time.
No, I haven't said anything weird. I've just called
Okay,
out
do
what
you want to
you've
have a
done.
discussion? Do you want to
Yeah,
have a
Vito,
yeah, but if you were
hold on,
listening, you
Vito,
would have heard
Vito.
it.
As one second,
Okay,
Vito,
well-
let Az speak. Let him say his piece, and then you can say your piece. Okay? You
well, can we
respond to him.
can we do it as a discussion? Because if it's just going to be an angry guy yelling at me, this is a
No,
waste
we're
of my
gonna
time.
do it
Oh, sorry,
as
look, if
as
you
running
need to go- if you
away
need to go
like a
cry,
little girl.
I'll let you go get some tissues.
That's how we're
Okay,
gonna do
gonna
it.
go
All
get some
It's
tissues.
very,
For
it's very,
attention.
your performance is
No,
excellent,
it's
sir.
not performance veto.
Then
It's
let's have a
when
discussion.
Vito,
when
stop
you
being a
get
dick and
called
shut
out
up
for
and
your
listen.
actions, you don't
Okay.
seem to want to take responsibility
So
for
let's
them.
talk-
You do what you just did and was run.
Let's talk
And
about
Comics
it.
Division had the question, which is, would you leave your child with a pedo?
And
You
I
said no.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Even better.
Yeah.
And
So
so
what's
you're
the
talking
problem?
about empathy for these people, but you wouldn't let your child near them because
What-
you know the predatory actions that they would do. You know
Sure.
that just because somebody is non-offending doesn't mean that they have the urge, doesn't mean that they have the drive, doesn't mean that they are not going to ever commit. It just means they haven't until that moment.
Right.
And everybody that claims or says that they are a fucking pedo and has those urges are a predator in waiting.
Yep.
And if you want to put your child or other children at risk with them, you are a lunatic. And if
Didn't
you
I
think
just
they're
say
just, and if
don't
you
wanna do
think
that?
I am
Which he's saying
talking,
he doesn't.
if you think they are just sat at home being Mother Teresa and not acting upon
I
these
didn't say
urges,
that.
how that's what you're making them out to be. Have empathy, have sympathy with them.
Yeah, help
just
them get
be
help.
with them. How do you think they're getting the materials? And when I say materials, you play very coy and silly and talk about consenting adults and drawing pictures. You know, I'm talking about materials on the
If they
internet,
obtain illegal materials, then they have
and images
broken the law.
which are of the committed
Right.
act, which is
That are
just as
against the
bad
law. Yes.
as them doing
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And
I
you're
agree.
wanting-
Vito's conceding way too much ground here. Am I wrong? Like, look, just because Vito wouldn't like have like a non-offending pedophile be near their kids or something, doesn't mean that he also can't make the argument that they deserve like empathy. Like, the two aren't mutually exclusive. But that being said, like this guy's like, you do think these like Vito's like, well, no, I don't think these people are like not weird or something. And I wasn't saying that. Like, he's conceding like way too much. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's what we're talking about, you know? Also, nice overkill.
Sympathy for these people.
I'm not want sympathy.
They are a danger to society.
I have to ask you a question. Do you understand the difference between offending and non-offending?
Yes.
Okay, so
the question is to you.
Okay, here's another question. When have I ever claimed to have sympathy for breaking the law on
empathy,
any town?
sympathy.
When have I ever said I have sympathy for pedophilic offenses?
You're saying you have sympathy for someone who hasn't committed one yet.
But you're saying haven't committed like it's an absolute. You don't know that they haven't watched some materials on the internet. You don't know if they've
watched materials on the internet, then they've offended.
And you're saying that you are quite happy to go on their word then?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a non-offending. Oh, that guy said he's non-offending. I'm totally going on his word.
Look, I can assume everybody
Well, no, Vito's just going to say guilty until proven innocent.
around me is a criminal and a murderer. Okay, I don't know everything that goes on with somebody. I can say, yes, there's probably many of them who have broken the law and are going to claim otherwise.
So somebody comes up to you and says, hey, Vito, I'm a non-offending rapist and I really am attracted to your wife, but you're okay because I'm non-offending rapist and I'm your neighbor. Are you going to be happy with that?
I'm going to do the same thing I would do in any situation. If a pedophile came to me, I'd say, you don't have any access to my family from here on out because I cannot trust you. But let's assume this is somebody...
But you're going to have empathy.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Let me assume this is somebody that I care about, a family member, a friend, somebody who I have I'm not some random Tom, Dick, or Harry off the street. Someone who I know and who I have a reasonable amount of trust does not truly want to harm people. And they say, Vito, I need help. Can you help me? I'm going to go in the phone book and I'm going to try and find him a therapist. Is that unreasonable?
You were coming across as either stupid or naive beyond compare.
Because I want to get help for somebody.
No, because you are saying that, I'm quite happy because Joe lived next to me for 6 months. And
I say I'm happy with the situation? When did I say I was
You said
happy?
I'm okay. You know, if I've got a reasonable idea, I think you said. I think the reasonable idea. That's lunacy. You have no idea what these people are getting up to behind closed doors.
So I'm going to ask you a question, same scenario. Let's say a family member comes to you and says, listen, and what's your name? I want to refer to you by your name.
As.
Someone's a family member comes to you and says, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I hit my head. I was abused as a child, something else. And I've been having these horrible thoughts about harming a child. And my God, I would never want to harm a child. The thought of it sickens me. What should I do?
I would call the police.
Okay. And that's our difference.
I would call the police and say, my neighbor, my friend, my this has confessed to me that they have urges towards children. Yeah. That they have, terrible thoughts, whatever, towards children. And I am concerned for the children in this neighborhood.
Which is a rational reaction, I would say.
Because my empathy and my sympathy is with them and not the fucking prick that wants to touch them up.
Yeah.
I am a non-offending... Oh, you said racist. I thought you said I'm a non-offending rapist. Like, what the fuck does a non-offending rapist mean? I really want to rape, but I can't do it. It's like, what the fuck?
True that.
That way you can live with yourself as if something happens, you don't go, I didn't waste
It's not about me,
time.
it's about protecting them.
Now, I'm just going to interject here because Vito, a while ago you asked what was our other, what are some other solutions, other than 6 feet under. So my solution to this, and this is obviously, again, another altruistic thing because I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But for me, I think pedophilia is a symptom of psychopathy. It's clear that this is something that's prevalent in our society. I've said this over and over again. I think they exist. They are the other species. There is 2 species on this planet. One is the psychopath. The other is the normal human. I think how this is solvable is through major education of what those topics are. Psychopathy is a hugely neglected topic in our society. We don't talk about it. It's definitely something that needs to be more understood by everyone. There needs to be I don't know how you would instill it in society, but it's something that needs to be understood. And when it's understood, then it is very easy to tell apart people who have pathological inclinations, who have, whether they want to murder people or molest people or rape people or whatever, they will somehow out themselves because that is who they are. And usually if you have the education to see it and the red flags to see it, that's how you can help your own society by understanding, okay, hey, my neighbor, he's giving off those red flags or whatever that I need to protect my family from. So education is the issue here. Many people are not understanding what is at stake.
Okay.
And
I don't know if I care about this anymore. That was pretty good though. Pretty good blood sports moment there for a second. What is this debate about? Having empathy for non-offending pedophiles. Is everything on the internet is pedophiles? What? I had 2 bazookas? Are you kidding me? Normal reaction is obviously to call the cost, but if they're non-offending, what can they even do? I mean, if you're non-offending pedophile and you confess it, you're fucked, right? And Vito's saying, well, it shouldn't be that black and white. Whereas most of society is like, well, actually, yeah, it should be that black and white. That's the argument here. It's very interesting, by the way. I don't like how like a lot of people just instantly dismiss the argument. It's like, well, this is weird and I don't want to talk about this because this makes me uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Obviously, it's going to make you uncomfortable, but like, we should be able to have conversations like this without freaking the fuck out. I mean, we're all adults at the end of the day, right? We can handle mature and complicated, nuanced conversations about stuff that makes us uncomfortable. We can handle this, right? So I do like get that frustration from Vito, where he's like, I just want to talk about this shit and not have everybody freak out and virtue signal. Like, I completely agree with him there. It's just like the way that he goes about having these conversations is just so like weird. He mixes like real arguments with jokes, so nobody has any idea when he's being serious or not. All right, now that the game's over, we need to talk about this really weird video Sen made. It's called "Do You Still Like Technicals?" The intro is fucking AIDS.
To find in commentary these days. You know, it's kind of a testament to how fragile certain subsections of the community are, or just how dry for content it really is. Either way, it's pretty pathetic, just a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still like Nick, Nick Diorio, good old Nicky D, and Augie RFC, good old Augustus. I'd gladly help them out, in fact, if they would treat me more as an ally than an enemy. But seeing as how they're choosing the latter, or in some cases just like complete ignoring, notice me senpai. No, just kidding, that's cringe. But seeing as how it's not, we're not like friends, right? We're not friends or anything like that. My bias can fully take a backseat. I'm not on the payroll, I'm not mod, and any of that shit. And they shouldn't take this personally. I'm just calling it how I see it. But, keep that same energy and treat you accordingly. Well, my bias can take a full backseat. Let's just say that. So I hope no one decides to be a fig and say, Tommy's right.
What are you talking about, Sen? What does this mean? What is this like treat me like an ally shit? Like, what are you saying? Like, no, are you saying that if we were like friends, you would like be more like good faith around me? Or, like, what are you saying? This is giving me like such weird parasocial shit. I feel like I should like ban you. What are you doing?
Yo, oh fuck.
Why are you being so weird?
So you're confused about that first part, right?
Yeah, what are you talking
about?
You sound like an attention whore.
Well, that's the point of YouTube, dude. I had to spike up my viewers somehow. Dude, I had to spike up the viewers somehow. My fucking channel's dying.
Dude, you did the same thing like 2 years ago, right? You made like this really weird video when I responded to a bunch of like Kiwi Spurgs. And you were like, Augie's responding to these people in an attempt to cover up his like previous like CP drama or something. It was really like, I feel like I should ban you. And I don't know. You seem really weird.
I'm a nice guy. Hold on.
Well, you're weird.
But why is it like the enemy part? Is that the part that fucking freaked you out or whatever?
well, you're just like, what is this like allyship? Like you sound like a you sound like a girl who's mad that nobody's like plowing you or something.
So I already told you. I already told her it was to spike up a little bit of viewers because you got to be a little more hyperbolic or whatever. All right, number one, and then like I guess like the whole thing with the ally shit is like. What was it? Do you remember when Tommy called in when you and Connor were going over Crow streets or whatever, right? Because Crow was like acting up against you or whatever, right?
What's the deal with that?
Okay, so I asked her to come on, right? But like not for airtime. It's just that he was going ahead and he was saying he was treating us like guilt by association, right? You know how I've been having
Tommy?
Yeah, I've been having the exact opposite takes of Crow and Steve Live.
Aren't you on his show like every night?
Yeah, not every night anymore. One, and number two, if I'm on someone's show, does that mean I still have the same take as them?
I mean, I guess not. Are you going on there like challenging them all the time? I mean, I don't watch Crow. I'm genuinely asking. I don't fucking watch them, so I want to know.
I didn't challenge him. Like I challenge him whenever I want. Yeah. I also keep it like recently. I haven't been on his show like talking, right? Because I've been getting bored. But I've been in the chat.
He's pretty boring. I'll give you that.
He is. I told you. Like, Crow doesn't even care that I shit talk him or whatever, right? Because he knows. I literally tell him this to his face. You could be a fucking asshole. He's really annoying. You see, I called him a stand. You know, the other time it's because he can get like this. But I would always keep it down the middle. Like, for example, when he was saying like he was going over Pixel Drinks Exposed or whatever, right? By Advil the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't watch your streams. I watch your streams, right? Because I actually enjoy him. And Crow was like, you know how Crow, like, sometimes he does this thing where he doesn't think before he speaks, and then he just goes, and he shit talks a bunch, right?
Right. So I'm guessing he said that I, like, just completely kissed the video's ass.
No. I went in and I was like, this is what Augie said that I remember, or this is what Augie said verbatim. So Augie didn't, like, he was surprisingly critical of Advil, so it's not like Augie's jumping at the chance to stain technicals, which Crow's kind of like convinced that everybody in commentary, or at least the subsection that has like you and Nick, right, are like on this whole, I guess, smear campaign. If I'm being charitable,
it doesn't make sense because if I was on a smear campaign, I would have been the one who made the video talking about the rape
or
stuff.
promoting it.
Because the rape stuff existed in the same twit longer that the group chat stuff existed in. It was right there. There's a reason me and Nick never talked about the rape stuff because it was actually irrelevant. People always say like the brother stuff is irrelevant or something. No, the point we were making was not irrelevant at all. But the rape stuff actually is irrelevant to the case. So that's why we didn't talk about it. If I wanted to smear Tech's brother, I would have just brought that up and just fucking talked about it.
and you said, and you also said in the stream, this was like 2 days ago, right? You were like, I don't think Pixel Drink's allegations should like reflect on technicals, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't really have anything to do with it, other than how he responded to it, which was poor. But like it, whatever. He's responded to plenty of other things poor. I just don't really. I don't know. It's just not an example I'm really interested in bringing up.
I commented on one of your videos. It was like, this is why I can't ever forgive technicals, and I'm like, I always try to be like consistent now, right? And look it down the middle. I'm like, okay, I understand why you would feel that way now, right? Like, I understand your point of view, because your whole argument now, I understand it as you just think Technical is a fucking liar, like at every fucking turn.
Yeah,
this just doesn't matter.
Like just a generally shitty person. I think he's exemplified that pretty much as well as he can. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that he's not. It's not just like a disagreement anymore. It's like well beyond that.
I get that, and then I'm looking at it like that. But Crow, I think he's more leaning towards technical. See, I'm leaning more towards you, but I'm trying to stay in the middle sense. Technicals hasn't done anything bad to me, right? So it's kind of like awkward to just be like, you're a piece of shit. And
you don't have to have that take. I mean, you can just say like, I mean, I disagree with you. I mean, that's what Tommy's take was. I don't even think Tommy really burnt the tech bridge. I mean, I don't know, but Tommy's whole take was like, I'm talking about it like his original take. Maybe he's like changed it or something, but Tommy's original take was like, I disagree with the video, but I'm not gonna like shit on you as a person.
Yeah, he seems to be still good with him. From like the last stream, he just said like the only thing is like just make your video on everybody so that we can move on with our lives, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
And going back to Tommy, as you brought him back up again, it was so it was during you and Crow's fallout, right? And Tommy's just there saying the guilt by association thing that I'm gonna stab you guys in the back, just like Steve.
Probably would. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest.
Why? Why would I stab you in the back?
Because you're an open opportunist. You just say whatever like gives you attention. So if it benefited you to go after us, you probably would. I mean, I'm just
But it
saying.
wouldn't. But if
Well, yeah, exactly. It wouldn't benefit you. So I mean, yeah, of course you're not going to.
So let's
Not
assume.
now.
So let's assume that's true. Why haven't I taken the hardline stance on technicals by now?
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe
Well, I'm an
smarter-
opportunist.
Well, yeah, but like that doesn't mean necessarily that now is your prime opportunity to do so. Like maybe you
honestly-
see like text bullshit and you're like, all right, I'm gonna stick with them. on this one
Oh,
or something.
shit! Did you get to the part where I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna act like Tech's a fucking saint," but because look at it this way. Let's
Just because you
assume.
wouldn't stab me now doesn't mean you wouldn't do in the future, though. That's what I'm saying.
But it's like that's so fucking gay, dude. Like, come on. Like, you can't really.
It is gay, I agree, but I
worst
don't think
part is,
you're
like-
not above it.
Like, here's the thing. The worst part about this is that you kind of just like stood there and you're like, okay, Tommy, like kind of like you didn't even say like
what are you
yo, he's
talking
been
about?
disagreeing. Like, you didn't disagree with him when he was like,
Because
"Oh,
I agree with them.
You agree that we're all a collective.
I don't know about that, but well, I mean, yeah, pretty
But
much.
that's what he's been. That's what he's
yeah,
been.
I mean, I
trying
do
to
agree. Like, I think
then why
Crow
am
and
I
Sin work
challenging-
together. I don't
Why
know
would
if
I
you're necessarily
challenge-
in the
why would I
fold. I
challenge
just think you
Steve-
play both sides because it
Why would I
benefits you.
challenge?
Like, I don't really
why
trust
would I
you.
challenge? Why would I challenge my own squad if I'm that? And if I can't like, I'm not. It's
Okay,
not even so
look,
much
you
playing
might be
both
correct,
sides.
dude. Here's the deal. You might be correct, all right? I just, like, I don't trust you right now, but maybe in a year, if you don't fuck me over or something, maybe I'll believe you then or something. I'll be like, well, look, he's had prime opportunity to not screw me over, so he seems like a decent person. But then I go on your channel and you're just, like, begging to be my friend. Don't you think that's weird?
Well, yeah. If you took it like that, then yeah. I was just trying to be hard.
It's not how I took it. It's what you literally said. You were like, it would be smarter for Nick and Augie to treat me as an ally.
Well, that was hyperbole. Didn't that sound like an anime villain when I said that?
You sound like a moron when you said that. Yeah. You sounded like a weirdo.
No, but you get
sounded
you get about the whole hyperbole thing, right? Do you understand about like playing it up a little more for YouTube
I don't think
in
you
order
know
to
what
like?
that word means. What do you mean by hyperbole?
So you said that your title about Steve was hyperbole, Steve the Live, because it was a
my
statement
title
that,
about Steve was a quote. Look, my
although it wasn't hyperbole. It wasn't just a little hyperbolic.
No, my title was literally quoting him. Steve DeLeave thinks sexting with 14-year-olds isn't that crazy. Debate goes off the rails. I mean, the
Did he
debate goes
actually
off the
say that?
rails part. That's the part that's hyperbole. But the first part, that's a quote from him. And yes, he did
Did he
say that.
actually say that?
Yeah, he said that.
That's
he
fucked
said
up.
he read the Zero DMs and he didn't think they were that bad. The part where Zero's talking about Katie, talking about how she's this cute little baby and his little secret and his little slut.
That's pretty
and stuff.
disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. And the part where
like-
Katie's like, I'm 14, right? And he's like, yes. Yeah, he thought that wasn't that weird, which is weird to me.
I guess his voice or his viewpoint on that is that Zero didn't look like he was being predatory, right? And he looked like a confused moron more than anything. And just based off that, I guess they're trying to say,
I would agree with you if he didn't acknowledge her age in the DM.
I know.
He knows what he's doing. He can't play
that's the
ignorance.
worst part.
He can't just
and
be like, I'm
regardless,
just some retard who just happened to DM this. No, he knew what he was doing the entire time.
I know.
It wasn't like he got.
That's why
fucking trolled or
I'm not
something.
keen on defending Zero like at all, right? And like, what do you call it? But I still want to be able to be like kind of objective about the shit, right? It's just that I don't want to be looked at as like I don't want to be looked at as that much of an opportunist anymore to the point where it's like I'm going to
How are
snake
you not going
everybody.
to be looked at as an opportunist if you're making videos begging me and Nick to be your friend?
Well, I'm not begging you to be my friend.
You
I mean, I
were.
already told you. it was hyperbole. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I know what hyperbole really
This
is.
doesn't make any sense to me, Sen.
I'm
sorry.
pretty sure I knew what hyperbole was. Hyperbole. Oh, fuck. Why isn't it working? Oh my god. Okay, I can't get the definition for hyperbole.
Is just exaggerating your point. It's literally just like having a point, but like wording it in a more extreme way. That's what hyperbole is.
You have a point about why you shouldn't like just be openly trusting of people, like right off the get-go. So that is a good point. And I guess it does make sense, but it's just like, I don't know, dude. It seems like, especially with Tommy saying that, oh, I'm gonna blacklist all these guys, and I'm going into people's DMs and I'm actively telling them bad shit.
I mean, look,
what the fuck did I do?
Hold on, calm down. All right, you gotta understand from Tommy's perspective. All right. Crow's going live every night with these like unhinged streams, just like saying just random bullshit. I literally tuned into like Crow's stream like a couple days ago, or it wasn't even a stream, it was like a video. And Crow's like, Tommy's defending his pedophile friend Vito, and it's just like, okay, dude, this is
that's how empathizing.
This is retarded.
Well, I said pedophile. I said pedophile. Yeah, I said pedophile.
Didn't he literally say call Vito like a fucking pedo and say that Tommy's defending his pedo friend or something? Isn't that literally what he said?
I have like no idea.
Okay, well that's what
I would have to check that. I would have to check that. I said pedo empathizing.
Okay, but like, so Crow's doing streams that are like crazy every night. Steve's going on Twitter talking about zap ties like a literal fucking pedo.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you not understand how, from Tommy's perspective, he just, and you're on his streams like all the time. Maybe not as much as you used to, but you are known to be like a member of his streams.
A regular.
Can you see how Tommy, from his perspective, would be like, these people are fucking nuts. I'm going to stay away from them.
But like his main issue with me started when I made the video, like defending Steve, right, months back. That's when he started to dislike me, from what I see, and it was because of like one mishap. I guess that I even offered, hey, do you want me to take this off? Because I can take it off if it's such a problem. I wasn't trying to smear you, but if you feel like that's the case, I will take it off, and my video will still hold merit from what I see it. And he was like, nah, you're out of my chat. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, okay.
That's Tommy. So, Tommy goes nuclear all the time. Are you really acting surprised? I mean,
I'm trying to be diplomatic with Tommy, and he just doesn't want to give me that time of day.
Right,
and it's like,
you've got to demonstrate that. I mean, not to pull the infrared meme, but like, you can't just expect respect from people. You have to demonstrate why you're worthy of it.
But I don't think that I did anything that in that sense, right, that would affect Tommy. Like, if it was all shit that I even played the majority of his clips for, or like the majority of his stream for, so that there would be no context taken out of. Like, I don't think the video was necessarily a hit piece on Tommy if the whole purpose of it was to be like, Tommy says some inaccurate... Yeah, the one that's unlisted now, because I told Tommy, hey, Steve is going full fucking cancel culture and shit, so I can't even fucking stand by that anymore. I got mad at Steve. I openly argue with this guy, like, all the time. I argued with him yesterday. I was like, what was the last thing I said to him? If you want to pull up the thread, I was like, I'm not the one empathizing or defending someone that's calling another person a pedophile. That's you. I was referring to fucking Maya.
Oh yeah, and Steve's doing like streams with Maya now, and he's about to like drop a video explaining why she's right.
But that's fucking comical. It's fucking like really realist. I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe
this might be
comical for you, but how do you think Refsion feels? Like,
the fact that it's Steve, and again, he won't take offenses.
This guy will literally suck any fucking cock that comes his way. Like, he will, in Maya's case, he'll fucking like suck any like pussy that he'll like come his fucking way. Like, dude, this guy will like simp for fucking anyone. It's fucking weird.
I'm seeing Steve defend like his pattern from what I'm seeing is he defends like people that I guess shouldn't be defended.
Crow, this is my point, and I think it's Tommy's point too, right? You are, to some extent, a reflection of who you hang around with, right? So if all the people you hang around with are unhinged, degenerate retards, then obviously Tommy's not going to have a favorable opinion of you because he's just going to be like, well, that guy's just fucking part of the same
Wouldn't that be
nest.
Guilt by association at that point?
Yeah, probably. And you might have a fucking grievance with Tommy there about that, but like, do you not understand why Tommy has that fucking take? You have to demonstrate why you deserve respect, all right? So in a year from now, if you've been nothing but a fucking angel, fair person, maybe you disagree with us, but you can back up your takes, or you're not fucking making like weird unhinged videos or something. If you have like a year of like backlog with that, you know, maybe Tommy will be like, all right, whatever, that guy's not that bad. But right now, he probably thinks you're fucking weird. And to be fair, you have done and said a lot of weird shit.
Well, I defended Pyro, but I mean, we already went over why that happened.
Well, no, we're not talking about that. Honestly, I don't even know what you've said or done or anything. You just come across as a very weird person to me. Do you not see why?
Like, is this based off all the shit you just said, like hanging out with Crow and Steve?
My interpretation of people is usually based off like the most recent thing they fucking said, right? So if you said something like a year ago that I disagreed with, I don't fucking care anymore. It's a year ago. Who gives a fuck, all right? But you made a video like just now begging me to be your friend. Obviously, I'm gonna think you're weird. It's very simple,
Wait. Was it the whole, they should treat me as an ally, but they don't kind of thing? Was that
you're
it?
Weird.
Was that the solidified?
Yes.
I watched too much anime back in the day.
Yes, you do watch too much anime.
No, I don't watch it anymore. I don't. I don't fuck with that shit.
Right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Don't get into the anime community ever. It's bad.
Okay. I wasn't planning on it. Anything else you want to talk about?
That's about all the grievances, I guess, and that's why I made the video. But it was like, I don't know. It is what it is. But thanks for letting me know, like, how you operate. In terms of, what do you call it? You said that you operate mostly on who you associate with, right?
No. I said the way that I operate, like my views on people, is usually based on like their recent actions. So if somebody did something that I had a big issue with like a year ago, usually I don't fucking care. Unless it's something, like I do hold grudges with some people. But like for most people, if you've done something that pissed me off, like even like 3 months ago, it's like, I don't give a fuck,
You get over it fast.
Yeah.
And can I ask you one more question, right? And this was in regards to, it was after the technicals thing, right? And it was like one of the things you said, I think it was on a Twitch stream. I follow you on Twitch too. It was on the Twitch stream, right? It was like a throwaway stream. I don't think it's up anymore. But you were like, you don't remember, like, because people were saying, Augie, how do you not remember the Zaptai case or the specifics of the Zaptai case in order to counter tech, right? And you were like, it was like, that happened so long ago, and honestly, I don't really remember things past a week because I'm not terminally online. Does that still stand? Like, in general?
Usually, like, drama that happens, like, weeks ago, like, I don't think about it anymore. Like, I only usually, like, concern myself with, like, recent events.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure, because I didn't want to take you out of context for that. I'm not trying to fuck you over, right? I'm not saying, oh, Augie said this shit, so you guys shouldn't take him seriously anymore. It's like, no, at the very fucking least, you're being honest about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there it goes. Like, I'm not gonna do it, but I get it. The time thing and da-da-da-da. I get it.
Yeah, and that was also, the Zaptai story was the thing that Nick researched and made documentaries about. I covered it on After Hours like 3 years ago.
You see why Technicals went ahead and he brought that up, though, as a debate tactic, because I'm pretty sure he knew that he would be able to take advantage of that.
I can see why he would do it, but it's a retarded point, and it's pretty, like, fucking evil, in my opinion. I don't know.
No, it is fucked up. No, I agree with that's why I'm like, Technicals
I guess I can see why, in the
state.
sense of, like, well, he got mad, so he wanted to fuck somebody over to
he wanted to try to fuck with you, and he was thinking in his head, what's like the biggest thing I can do to fuck with him? And like, I don't think
from
he's
like a
thinking
perspective of like, do you see why he like did this thing? Well, yeah, I see that he got mad and he fucking got desperate. So I mean,
he wanted to do the.
I don't think it was a very smart or very like moral thing to do.
But you think that? Okay, so like, do you think it's fair in any way, shape, or form, given that his brother was brought into this situation that originally had to do with only zero?
If there was like a genuine parallel, then it would have been fair, but there's like no parallel between it.
I tried to get behind the parallel thing, but after a week, it started to seem like some, like to me personally, I think I said this in the video too, some hippie nonsense. So do you think, like, because we're not psychologists, right? And wouldn't be like parallels be like acting kind of like a psychologist in a sense?
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't the whole drawing parallels to a situation that doesn't have to do with a third party, right? Pixel Drink. Wouldn't that seem a little like psychological-esque, would you say, or no?
I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean? It's very simple. The parallel is that Tech's brother got busted doing something, and Tech's response was poor. Just like how Zero got busted doing something, and Tech's response was poor. That's literally it.
So he has a pattern. So he has a pattern of doing this. Then.
Yes. There's also a point to make that it's logical to think like the reason why Tech was willing to give Zero so much of a past where most people thought he was weird is because of his experience with his own brother. That's literally the only point.
So charitability and bias then.
I guess.
On technical, that's like the point. Like Technicals is willing to be overly charitable to a person that's like a degen because his own brother, is a degen, and he's willing to overlook shit that would normally not be, taken, not like favorably because his brother.
Now, here's the deal. All right, I'm not retarded. Okay, I understand why Tech would very much not like that point, considering it literally is his own fucking brother. But that was the point at the end of the day, right? And I wasn't even going to fucking go hard on that point at all because I acknowledged that it was his own brother. But as soon as that thread went out from fucking Connor, he like fucking lost his shit and just went nuclear on everybody. So at that point, I was like, oh shit, well, this bridge is fucking burnt. But I wasn't like trying to like go in there and just pull up fucking dirt on him. When I saw that thread go out, I'm like, fuck, like I knew I was gonna have to talk about it because now it's like public news, but I was gonna cover it like more empathetically, more like, dude, I get it, man. Like I understand it now, or something like that. Like that was gonna be my coverage. But then he was like, well, fuck you and fuck the whole community, and then he started like blocking me, and I was like, okay, well, this guy's.
Did he block you? I thought he unfollowed you.
Like he unfollowed me or something. I don't know. He fucking he tweeted something. He was like, all these fucking snakes in the commentary community trying to like ruin my life, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't even talked about this yet. What are you saying?
So an hour or like actually not even an hour, like 10 minutes prior to your RFC that night, right? It was a nighttime, and I had an interview with Technical, like kind of, right? It was like me and my two other friends, right? We had an interview with Tech, and during it, right, he was actually still open. He was like, is there anybody that you'd still be cool with in commentary or whatever? And during that time, he was like, well, yeah, Augie and Tipster. But then that immediately changed after you started going on, and and I'm not like he was like
I don't believe that. I don't believe. I mean,
look,
I'm not
you can find their audio exists.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're lying about the story. I'm saying I don't believe him. I don't. Like, that's completely contradictory to what he was saying like at the time before that. So I don't believe that.
He said that
maybe
that the only one he wouldn't.
Like,
he said the only one he wouldn't extend it to was like what was his face? Nick, yeah, because of like all the shit. And like to be fair, the night prior, it was all the shit about like I think I was seeing Tech being like Nick pulling up like memes about like Tech's thing about just had sex, but then he was like highlighting the good with kids part. I think Stardust did that too. I was like, I can kind of get why he'd be pissed off at that a little bit.
I didn't do that shit.
Yeah, I know you didn't do it. So I'm like,
I didn't do anything with it. It was just.
I know. So I saw that and I'm like, okay, I can understand why you probably wouldn't like Nick. And Nick was like openly kind of like endorsing initially the Zero thing. He was like,
well, yeah, Nick and Helm were like full on like fighting at that point. I had just like barely entered that conversation at that point, and already he's like unfollowing me and shit, which I don't know. I'd take that as like a fucking disavowal. So I don't really believe that. If he said at that moment, like, I'd still be cool with Augie. I don't really believe him, but I guess
he said the olive branch would have been extended to Augie and Tip. He said.
Well, the next day after my stream and after we started fighting on Twitter, Keemstar was like, "You guys should make up and be friends." And then Tech's like, he was like, "Well, I'd be willing to do that if they delete all their videos and admit that they're pieces of shit." And I'm like, okay,
that's a little too extreme.
Yeah, that's never gonna fucking happen. So yeah, GG, like, good one.
That's a little too extreme.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
That's why I was like, regardless, Technical's not the saint in here, right? He's not.
What?
So people shouldn't think that. I was like, Technicals isn't the saint in here, so people shouldn't walk away with that and think of that.
Yeah, that's just.
But I get what you mean. I feel you.
In order to meet Tech standards for an apology, I have to be like the most disingenuous piece of shit of all time. So that's just not gonna happen. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this call because I've had enough of this conversation. Goodbye.
Later.
All right, so the story what do you know about this thing called Cryptoland?
Cryptoland? Nothing. That sounds like such a bad thing, though. Like Cryptoland.
It is, and you'll see why in a second. But let me just give you some context for you in the chat. Cryptoland is basically, I guess, what you would call another scam, but there's nothing scammy about it just yet. It just seems like a really fucking big scam. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to buy the creators of Cryptoland are trying to buy an island in the country of Fiji. And every time you buy an NFT,
this is an actual island they're trying to like buy.
Yeah, an actual island, like real life island.
Oh.
And basically, what you would have to do is you would have to buy one of the NFTs, and every NFT equals a parcel of land on the island. So basically, you get to buy an NFT, and you also get to buy a plot on this island in the Pacific Ocean.
So it's trying to give like physical, real value to NFTs.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And this whole island is for like crypto fucking nuts and all of that. So one thing you should pull this up. I'm dropping it now in your DMs. Someone asked about. Oh fuck me.
Oh my god, I just loaded up the website. Wait, this looks so weird. Our goal is to buy an island in the Bahamas together with you. Our mission, the world's first and only community-based project that allows people like you and me to co-own an actual private island on the Bahamas. And right on the front page, you can start buying shit.
Dude,
this looks so fucking sketch.
Okay, so one of the most important things before we get to the first of all, they made a promotion video basically discussing all of it, and it's animated and it's fucking hilarious. But before we get to that, I just want to show you this tweet.
Okay.
It's from basically what happened. It's the second tweet. Someone asked about the age consent on the island, and the official Cryptoland Twitter account said, mental maturity should be more than enough.
Jesus Christ. Why would they respond to this, first of all? That's such a dumb question. But, like, what the fuck is this? Wait. First of all, the fact that it's an island gives it, kind of gives it away, right?
Yeah.
They want to build Epstein's Island with NFTs. Okay. Jesus. Cryptoland created a fever dream tier animation to promote their Crypto Island scheme that tweeted that they don't want the age consent on their island. This is beyond parody. Oh my, is this like Bill Gates, like fucking wet dream joke or something? Like, what is this? Why?
I don't know. This is the Cryptoland animation promotion video. Could you please get in live so I can watch it with you?
I can screen share it. Wait, holy shit.
Hi, this is me, Christopher, a crypto degen with a crush for crypto kitties.
Crypto kitties? What?
Yes. No.
Wait, what?
It's kitties, not kitties.
Wait, spell that?
Like Kitty, not Kiddy.
Oh. Okay, all right.
On my way to Cryptoland, the #1 crypto destination on Earth where crypto enthusiasts, or Cryptolanders like we're called here, can meet with like-minded individuals in real life. And when Connie, the founder, told me that visionary investors could own a piece of this unique island, I smash bought one of the 60 exclusive parcels on the blockchain hills. That's how I became a king crypto.
I like how the animation, like the fucking lighting, is like glitching out.
It's gonna get so much worse.
Oh no, Jesus! What have you shown me?
There it is.
Dude,
the helicopter, you couldn't see it. I'll zoom it in like post processing when I make this a video. But like the helicopter's like spurging out when it was like moving. It was like fucking fidgeting everywhere.
There's a lot of animation errors.
Dude, Dreams animators.
So, are you coming to the Vladimir Club party tonight? Yeah, just for Cryptolander NFT holders, right? Yeah, man.
Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that.
Christopher, come here, buddy.
Oh, it's been a while.
Just listen how they talk.
The voice acting is so terrible in this.
No, you have to listen to this guy's opening speech. Come on.
All right.
50,000 blocks at least. Been waiting for you since consensus. What are you, a pending transaction or what?
Well, I guess I'm confirmed now. Ready to become a Cryptoland maximalist. This is crazy.
Sir, welcome to Cryptoland, the hodlers of last resort.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you could pause it. I just want to tell you, throughout this entire video, they keep making Bitcoin puns.
So they put some thought into this.
Yeah.
Fucking sounds like
did.
crazy, right? Honey Badger don't care. We are gonna make it. The community's loving it, like on Twitter. Can't wait for you to give me a tour, Connie.
What do you want to see first, Christopher?
I don't know. Let's start with the best.
No, I always keep the best for last. Let's go leave your luggage in your home first, and then I'll show you around. All the other King Cryptolanders have been arriving from all corners of the world. When we get to the blockchain hills, you're gonna understand what I meant by a first-class crypto lifestyle, man. Hey, Martin, please get us a car, would you?
Yes, sir. This feels like a really weird futuristic hub animation, you know?
Yeah, it does.
It really does feel like that. Big E through 5, like-minded individuals in real life. Sounds like an introductory video for a cult or Scientology, so also a cult. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Everybody is here. Carolyn, here he is.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Adams. Nice to see you, sir. Did you have a good flight?
Oh, yes. Excellent. Thanks for asking.
Great. Here are your keys.
Not your keys, not your Bitcoins. Seriously?
Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
Where do you come up with these crazy ideas?
Nice.
I'm not gonna tell you where.
Sir, the Lambo's ready.
What?
Oh yeah, the cars talk.
To the room, not the moon. Entering the blockchain.
And then they really put some effort into this. Like they made a whole fucking comedy cartoon to support this.
Hills.
Hey, what's that?
The Vladimir Club, Cryptolanders members only club. We are preparing everything for tonight. We are throwing the most epic crypto party ever. I wonder who your plus one is going to be. Here we are, King Cryptolanders territory.
Wow.
And here you have the 60 parcels.
I can't wait to get to mine.
Ta-da!
Oh my, wow! I got the parcel to build something dope for vacations, but now
Dude,
that
I my shitty 3D animated house. Yo.
It's like the fucking GTA, like one of the places you got in GTA 5.
Dude, it's fucking Franklin's house.
Literally, though.
I might never leave. I already see we're gonna have the time of our lives. Show me more.
Okay. First stop of the tour. This was on the top of the list. A much requested working zone, the Hub. Folks approached me saying, Connie, we need somewhere where we can be programming surrounded by palm trees.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a timestamp so you could skip this.
Yeah.
Okay, go to like 405.
All right.
Jim, any tables available?
Well, we can set up the 12 if you want.
Alrighty, here we go. Monsieur, the order book. For startups, I would suggest the 10K Bitcoin pizza. The atomic swap lemonade. Freshly
Thanks. Where's my fork?
Oh, and of course, you're gonna love this.
There they are.
The Flash Crash Soda. The Lightning Network juice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, God.
No, please, go ahead. I'm not a fan of forks, you know?
Oy.
Classic. Thanks. Enjoy your meal. See you around.
Dude, why is her audio so shit?
Her audio is so shit. And also, like, when she talks, look at this. Like, look at her movement when she, like, talks.
Thanks. Enjoy your meal.
Her, like, neck, like, move. Like, I don't even know how to, like, how to describe it, but, like, her neck, like, bends. It's weird.
Dude, she looks like the shitty bootleg of, like, the Samsung lady.
Yeah, literally, though.
Thanks. Enjoy your meal. See you around.
Her eyes are also, like, on the other side of her fucking head. She's like a fucking hammerhead shark, dude.
While you were too busy doing your impressive wordplay, I went ahead.
Dude, this coin guy, he looks like he's about to, like, stick his fucking finger up the guy's ass. Like, his, he's like, well, now that you're here.
Hey, Augie.
It's like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Okay, that's like all the highlights. If you want to keep going, there's a song in this as well.
Yeah, let's get to the song.
No, it's actually coming up like right now.
All right. We'll...
Had an order for you. A 10K pizza and a bubbly mutant serum for you. Bon appetit!
Why did we just get vored by him? What the fuck was that?
Dinner and 5.
Dinner and 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck off. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Shut up. All right. Go to 525.
525. Okay. God.
And fun is the norm here. Oh, you invest, study the best. And what do we say when investors make the test? Let's make a deep dive so we can survive. We don't want to end like my Mount Gox friend. But enough of swim, let's go to the proof of work gym. You can work out, make the ladies pass out. Lift the A6, like you mine. That's thanks to Bitmain, sweet friend of mine. But not everything is pretending. If you want a happy ending,
Yeah,
you
if
will
you
need
can't
to
tell, this is an Aladdin parody.
combine body and mind. Got the keys of my wallet, where I hold Cryptoland tokens. Cause this place is blockchainized. Get familiarized.
I don't wanna leave. I feel like it all.
Oh god.
Crypto is in my chromosome. That's the place. Look at my face. I'm in the crypto space.
You are running Cryptoland, join the digital gang. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honey, crypto's all on the land. Come visit us sometime. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dude, these animations look so stupid.
Honey, truly decentralized. Investors paradise. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All you need. Oh, yes, it's here.
Are you a good pilot?
Pilot?
One of my favorite attractions here in Crypto Beach, the micronation of cryptocurrency. Which coin?
E.
I'll go with BTC. I'm lightning fast. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, boy, you beat me here, but I stood on the bowl. I'm the king. Huddle on for your dear life. Make a price go up.
Nakamoto's free throw, I paper climb to the moon, the bee. Let's take a drink, cheat the garden, meet me. Satoshi with the crazy bird circle. This is the Crypto Beach.
Jesus Christ.
This reminds me of like one of those fucking bootleg Indian animations.
Yeah.
That, like,
It
I'm
feels like
sorry,
some
but
weird shit you see in Elsa Gate, you know? It's like one of those weird like Indian animations they make for kids or something. Oh man.
Yeah, dude, it's just so fucked up. And then there was another story that I want to talk about, but I don't know if you want to like talk about. So
if it's
basically,
pedo shit, I've done enough of that today.
Damn it. It was gonna be about a pedo hunter who made a fucking guy jump into the Hudson with
You know,
like December.
Tell me about it tomorrow.
Alright.
That's what I'll say.
Alright, yeah. Also, just to let you know, Flam wants to play Halo. So
Yeah. Is he still on?
I'm not sure, but
Alright. Well, you've got dinner to go to, so I won't leave you hanging there.
Yeah. Fuck you, Augie. Oh my god.
Thanks for the story. That was some genuinely funny shit.
No problem, dude.
Oh god. I did not expect his submission to be that good.